as you're working towards your ideal day schedule, there's going to be times where you're going to go back and implement more of the time audits. Every time we do a time audit, we are vastly improving how we're showing up during our day in our business and cutting out things that have creeped in and taken our focus off of what matters most.
You work hard in your business. On the Profit by Design podcast, we ask the big question. What has your business done for you lately? Hi, I'm Dr. Sabrina Starling. I'm the business psychologist, the author of the 4-Week Vacation and the How to Hire the Best series, as well as the founder of Tap the Potential, where we coach entrepreneurs like you to design sustainably profitable businesses that give you more time for what matters most and more money in your bank account than ever. Because after all, we believe work supports life, not the other way around. Weekly on the Profit by Design podcast, we bring you tips, tools, and strategies from our own experiences and from the experiences of our guests who are entrepreneurial thought leaders and real life entrepreneurs, all to support you in making intentionally profitable and sustainable business decisions to live the lifestyle you desire.
One of the most common challenges business owners share with us is the overwhelm of time management. Most of us started our businesses for time freedom, yet we get caught up in the survival trap and experience burnout when growing our business. Do you feel like you never have enough time to get all the things done and spend most of your time working in your business rather than on it? Well, you are not alone. Most business owners that take our Better Business, Better Life assessment and those in our coaching programs share that they never have enough time to get everything completed. They have too many meetings, have overwhelming to-do lists, aren't sure how and what to delegate, are unclear how to prioritize and what to focus on next, and they spend all of their time working in the business rather than on it. So let's discuss how to manage your time strategically. One vital aspect that often goes unnoticed is the importance of understanding the value of your time. Awareness of your time's worth can lead to better decision-making, enhanced task prioritization, and efficient resource allocation. We have 2 powerful tools to help you shift your mindset about how you show up in your business and how you spend your time. These tools will support our discussion today. Visit www.tapthepotential.com/10K to download your chart of $10,000 an hour activities to determine the activities that you can do in your business to improve your quality of life. And go to www.tapthepotential.com/plan to get your strategic planner for 2024. This powerful tool will support you to map out your annual and your quarterly goals and help you strategically focus on what matters most in your business. Today, you'll discover during our time how to conduct a time audit, how to create your ideal day schedule, and effective time blocking strategies. So let's first talk about how to conduct a time audit and what this is and how it can benefit you. You really need to understand how much time you actually have available to work on your business. So often we set these big, hairy, audacious goals and we're not realistic about the time that we need to complete them. And then we just end up beating ourselves up when we don't hit that deadline and we don't accomplish the things that we're setting out to do. So conducting a time audit will help you gain clarity about what you're actually working on and how many disruptions you have during the day. You need to understand how much time you spend on each of your tasks, your projects, and your meetings. This can be done manually using a spreadsheet or a calendar, or by utilizing any of the time tracking apps on the software market. This will help you identify where your time is currently being spent and how much time you actually have available for work. You'll need to record everything that you do in a typical week. Yes, record all of the things. So if you stop for 5 minutes to take a scroll on social media, you're going to record that. Any breaks that you're taking during the day, Because often we think that we know where our time is going, but in reality, we're not accounting for the things that pop up throughout the day to distract us. This can lead us to having an unrealistic idea of what we can actually accomplish. You may need to schedule reminders throughout the day to prompt yourself to go back and track your time. Once you've completed your time audit, I want you to determine the actions that you can then take to free up your time. So here's some powerful questions to ask yourself as you reflect on your time audit. What's working? What's not working? Does this activity or meeting align with my business goals? What meetings can I let go of? What meetings can I reduce the frequency of? When am I most productive? What else can someone else do? And I really want you to consider delegation is a real support to other people. Remember, as the business owners, we can't and we don't need to be the expert in everything. And when we delegate, we create opportunities for others. So once you've completed your time audit, the next step is to create your ideal day schedule. So to help you map out your ideal day, we have included a worksheet in the strategic planner to have you really map out what your ideal day looks like. And remember to include your business time as well as your personal time. As you begin any project with an end goal in mind, creating your ideal day schedule will help prepare you to establish your priorities and set boundaries around your time. So let's reverse engineer your day and your week by identifying the things that are most important to you and then work backwards. So here's some powerful questions that you can ask yourself when you are identifying what your actual ideal day looks like. What time will you begin your day? What time will you fully unplug from work? This means phones down, emails down. You are completely unplugging from work and prioritizing your self-care time and your family time. What time are you taking lunch? Many times I look at calendars of business owners and there's not even a space to take lunch. So consider putting in those break times as well as your lunchtime. When planning your week, I want you to consider these tips that will help to support you. Consider assigning no meeting days. These no meeting days will be days that you can really focus on your business goals, your projects, and give yourself the space and opportunity to fully focus on the things that are most important to work on in your business. Maybe you have a goal to work on visibility in your business, such as speaking events. Maybe you have a podcast. Create a day where you are showing up just to work on your visibility strategy and implement that. Also consider batching similar tasks to prevent context switching. So context switching takes away a large percentage of our time and our focus. When we are working on one thing and switching over to the next and getting distracted, that really prevents us from being able to accomplish everything that we're setting out to do that day. So group similar tasks together in a time block. Create distraction-free time blocks. So if you work from home, set boundaries with your family members. Begin each day by asking yourself, what does my team need from me so that I'm not the bottleneck on important tasks? Add that into your schedule. Remember that it's going to take time to achieve your ideal day schedule. This is not an overnight fix. It actually took Dr. Sabrina about 6 months to fully implement hers. This is the process that we also use on our team at Tap the Potential to achieve the 25-hour work week. You'll continue to work towards your ideal day schedule by reflecting on what you can let go of and focus on the activities that are of the most value to achieve your mission, your vision, and your KPIs in your business. So all of that said, I want you to remember as you're working towards your ideal day schedule, there's going to be times where you're going to go back and implement more of the time audits. Every time we do a time audit, we are vastly improving how we're showing up during our day in our business and cutting out things that have creeped in and taken our focus off of what matters most. So now let's talk about effective time blocking. We've all heard of time blocking and the benefits of using a time block calendar. As entrepreneurs, we tend to resist it because remember, we got into this business to be in control. But I would like to challenge you to reframe that mindset to believe by using a time block calendaring system, I free up my time, I make more money, and I have more time to do what's most important. So now that I've got you sold on the importance of time blocking, let's discuss what it is and strategies to get the most out of it. Time blocking can be done with a paper calendar or a virtual tool such as Google Calendar. And time blocking is a time management strategy where you schedule out every single part of your day. With time blocking, you're effectively breaking your work week into bite-sized time slots where you check your email, work on projects, have meetings, etc. I want you to visually schedule your time blocks on your calendar so your work can't be interrupted or schedule over. Color code your calendar. This is a great tip. So your meetings could be all in one color. So when you show up that week, it's very evident what time you have to work on tasks outside of your meeting times. You can use another color for your task blocks or your project blocks or personal blocks. Group like tasks into one concentrated block of time. So if you are working on social media, creating an email, put all of your marketing tasks into concentrated blocks of time so that you are doing like activities together and not context switching. Group meetings when possible. So if you can have 2, 3, 4 days a week where meetings occur and leaving that one day for no meetings, that is ideal. And also go in and add buffer blocks for time in between. This will support you if your meetings go over. I suggest at least 15 minutes to allow for those instances that meetings do go over, bio breaks, and time to regroup for your next meeting. Block time after meetings if you need to create deliverables for that meeting. It's much more productive to create deliverables while the information is fresh in your mind. Block off personal time, including the end of the day when you're going to fully unplug from your business. Be sure to leave white spaces on your calendar to allow for unexpected situations that might require your attention. So here are some powerful time blocks for you to consider when adding them to your calendar. A planning time block. Here you're going to review your week, determine the time that is needed to prepare for meetings, look for any challenges, and prioritize tasks based on your calendar. Be sure to check for upcoming deadlines for that week and the following week when you're prioritizing your tasks. A communication block. So use this time to check in with your team, read emails, make calls. Thinking time. Thinking time is a time that you're going to think about your business without actually doing something to allow you the mind space to be innovative and plan and work strategically through situations in your business. Energy blocks. So when do you need to take a break during the day to boost your energy by taking a walk or practicing a somatic activity such as a breathing exercise? Reflection time. I suggest scheduling reflection time on Fridays and use the powerful questions that are included in the strategic planner to determine what worked that week, what you could have done to make your time more effective, and what you need to focus on the upcoming week. So many business owners say, listen, things are crazy right now. My calendar's exploding. I'm working on it. I'm trying to get it together. But then when I do have these breaks, I have no idea what to work on. And knowing what to work on is the key to achieving the goals that you've established for your business. It begins with the vision that you've created for your business. At Tap the Potential, we refine our vision every single year. And this includes what wins we're going to be celebrating and how we're going to be experiencing those wins. Our leadership team contributes with goals related to our roles as well as our personal goals. And by having a vision, we're all focused on the same outcome rather than grasping at random shiny objects. So use your vision to establish your quarterly and your annual goals. And once you've established these annual and quarterly goals, then you can reverse engineer how you will achieve your goals by identifying the action steps that you'll take to complete them. Determine what tasks you're responsible for and what can be delegated to your team members. Be sure to set deadlines for these tasks and check in with your team during meetings to determine progress, discover where they might be stuck, and offer support. By using the strategic planner, you'll have clarity on what to focus on next during those times that you are feeling overwhelmed. Simply go back to the goals that you've established and the action steps that you need to complete them. Remember, small steps forward, taken in a consistent direction, lead to big change over time. When you focus on the small steps and honor the time that you've strategically planned out, before you know it, you'll have completed your goals. So, 2 powerful questions to ask to sharpen your laser focus on the $10,000 an hour activities that you should be working on in your business. What is the one thing I can do today that will add the greatest value to my business? What is the one thing I can do right now so that everything else will be easier or unnecessary? You may be thinking, this all sounds great, but I'm feeling so overwhelmed and I have no idea how this is actually going to work. I don't have enough time as it is, let alone add another task to my plate. But I promise you, if you commit to this process, you will free up 10 or more hours a week. It's not going to be overnight. It's not going to be next week or even next month. But if you follow the steps that I've shared with you, you will see progress. And soon we'll be working more strategically and efficiently and have time to do the things that are most important to you. Here's an example. One of our clients that recently joined the Better Business, Better Life program came to us with a calendar so packed that she could barely breathe. When I took a look at her calendar, my eyes couldn't focus and I felt extremely overwhelmed. We worked together with the process that I just shared with you. She was very diligent each week to plan and reflect and prioritize. In just 6 months, she now has a manageable calendar and also has the freedom to take an entire day off every week. And that's a whole day off of her work week. I conduct the time audit myself as well as our leadership team, and it holds us accountable to working less hours and producing more results. And as a matter of fact, we are all a part-time team. So we keep our hours at 25 hours a week. And when we see times where our hours are beginning to creep over, we conduct the time audit and we take a look at the things that we're working on that really aren't pushing forward our KPIs. So today we've covered how to conduct a time audit, how to create your ideal day schedule, and effective time blocking strategies. Be sure to visit www.tapthepotential.com/plan to download your strategic planner and www.tapthepotential.com/10K to download your chart of $10,000 an hour activities. The $10,000 an hour activities is what will support you as an entrepreneur to determine what things you should be focusing on in your business, the things that you should be spending your time on, and the things that you should be delegating out to other team members. Join me next week as I discuss how to have a personal strategic plan. This is a component of our Dream Manager program, and I'm so excited to share it with you. Please don't miss an episode. Subscribe to the Profit by Design podcast on whatever platform that you're on to receive your podcasts.
Thank you for spending time with me today. Join me in our Tap the Potential Mighty Networks community at tapthepotential.com/group. Share your aha moments from today's episode, ask me questions, and join in on the fun with your fellow entrepreneurs on the journey to designing sustainably profitable businesses that give you more time for what matters most and more money in your bank account than ever. Isn't it time you take your life back? And finally, share today's episode with a friend if you know a friend who would enjoy it. This is real life business. Keep your chin up, keep moving forward. You got this.